Uh, and just like that, ladies and gentlemen, all our happiness just gets shattered. Um, Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the corner and welcome to your latest Chelsea news. As you can see on the screen, Levi Colwill has today undergone surgery on ACL injury. It is confirmed he's likely to miss out on the whole season. Let's be honest. I mean, that's what the reports are all over, that he's going to miss majority of the season. And yeah, look, take your time, recover. But this is a devastating loss, man. I mean, we did the video earlier on when we initially heard the news that he's injured. Maresca confirmed that in the press conference earlier today. But I just had this feeling that maybe he's not injured for the majority part of the season. Maybe he's injured for a month, maybe max 2, and he'll be back. Ladies and gentlemen, this defender is, from a tactical standpoint, is one of the most important defenders for us. If you deep it, his left-footed ability on and off the ball, just remember all the games for the past 2 to 3 months. He is so vital, and he was turning out to be a leader from the back. He's extremely vital, extremely vital. On the ball, especially, playing as a generally from the build-up 3 at the back, he's essentially taking up that position as a CCB. Yeah, sometimes he's drifting out wide, but his ability to hit that ball with his left and find those different angles, that's a huge miss, man. That is going to be a huge miss for Enzo Maresca. And look, we're going to have to find a solution, but the solution is not going to be easy. Do we have some internal solutions? Not maybe directly, someone who can do his type of work, but we can play Tosin in the CCB position. He's played that previously, and Levi Colwill kind of sort of went out wide a little bit more. We can perhaps continue with that. But from a tactical standpoint, I don't think anyone delivers exactly what Levi Colwill delivers from in Chelsea Football Club right now. Yeah, you can say maybe Buddy Shield, who can do that on that left side. But Buddy Shield's injured as well. And he's got a knack of getting injured on a regular basis. So this is a huge loss, man. Just when we were all so happy moving into the new season, and me especially, I was just so upbeat thinking, yes, it's looking good. This is a big blow, man. Big blow. As I said, we have to find a solution. It's not the end of the world. And I'm pretty certain Enzo Maresca will find a solution, whether it's internally or whether we go into the market. But even if we do go into the market, that player needs to come in. It's got to get used to everyone. Right now, our defense, the reason why we were starting to look good defensively, and you saw that in the Club World Cup final against PSG, it's because all of these players have started to really gel well. They've now stayed together for a very, very long time, and they were starting to gel nicely. Getting a new player in, you got to start that process again. Now, that process could kick off and, there might not be any problems, but then again, there could be. There could be. So, look, big up to Levi Colwill. I wish him all the best of luck. Recover soon, my man. And I'm sure he's devastated as well. He was talking literally just about a couple of weeks ago. There was a fantastic interview from Levi Colwill talking about how much he's looking forward to the next season and how much he's looking forward to winning more trophies with Chelsea Football Club. He would be devastated. I just hope he comes back stronger from this ACL injury. All his teammates are supporting him and putting out posts out there on social media. So big up to them as well. So Cucurella putting up a post, Chalobah putting up a post. And look, all of these players are going to have to lift now for him. They really do. Chalobah, Tosin. I don't think we can get rid of Chalobah. There's no chance we get rid of Chalobah. And I'd even start contemplating keeping Anselmino as well, if we're not going out there and then getting ourselves a defender. I don't even know who to get. I know Mark Gee's name is linked, but Mark Gee, can he play center CB? Distribute the ball from the middle the way, we want in our football club? Mark Gee could potentially play out wide a little bit, which Levi Colwill does. But I don't know whether Gee's ability on the ball, like I'm not saying that Gee is bad on the ball, but his ability to find those passes the way Levi Colwill does, I'm not really sure whether we can find a direct replacement like that. We might have to see something internally. So look, I'd still get rid of Desasi. I think Buddy Shield is sticking around, and that could be a solution for us down the track. But anyone else, I'm keeping, man. I'm keeping everyone else. Achapong, Reece James, Buddy Shield, Anselmino, Tossen, Chalaba. I'm keeping them all. I'm keeping. It's a long season, and without Levi Colwill, we need different solutions. We need different solutions for different circumstances. So let's see, ladies and gentlemen, this is a huge blow for us. And yeah, man, like it's really put a bit of a dampener on the season that's coming up. So ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts. I'm very upset and sad about the situation and for the player, because Levi Colwill was truly looking forward to this upcoming season to win more trophies. Now, next up, ladies and gentlemen, David Ornstein, who generally makes us all nice and horny. In this case, I have to say, my papu has gone inwards. No chance of being horny here. It's gone in. Why? Well, this is the latest, ladies and gentlemen. We all knew this was happening. Well, I knew this months ago. I just had this feeling that this was going to happen, and now Orny has delivered the bomber. Chelsea have stepped up talks with Manchester United over deal to sign Alejandro Garnacho. Someone sent me, whoever it is, big up if you're watching it, sent me on Instagram DM that song, Alejandro, Alejandro. Oh my days. I was like, nah, man, this is mad. Clubs in touch on topic for some time and now advancing amid Benjamin Sesko joining Man United. 21-year-old winger wants Chelsea or nothing. If it's not Chelsea, I'm retiring. I'm not looking to play football anymore. I mean, that's something, I suppose, right? That's deep. Thank you, Garnacho. If Chelsea Football Club means that much. If it's not Chelsea, I'm playing cricket. I'm playing cricket. I'm taking up a different sport. Big up. Plus, expects move to happen. This coming from the Athletic. Look, I knew this was happening for a while now, if I'm being absolutely honest. The way Fabrizio Romano has been talking about Garnacho for months. Yeah, I just had the feeling that this was going to happen. And this is going to happen, whether it happens today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, or in a few weeks' time. He's going to be a Chelsea player. All right, he's going to be a Chelsea player. We still, I'm hoping we get the Xavi Simons deal done prior to this. Imagine we get Garnacho deal done before Xavi Simons. That's going to be a bit of a slap on the face for Xavi Simons. But I think now that Sesko's done to Man United, Xavi Simons going to be the next one, and Harvey Elliott obviously going to Red Bull Leipzig. Once Simons is done, the next story that we're going to talk about is Nicolas Jackson. He's going to be on the outer as well. He wants to leave, and that was quite obvious too. And then Garnacho to Chelsea Football Club. So Simons and Garnacho will be the next two players that we get in. Whether we get a defender, we'll see. But yeah, Garnacho, look, all the shenanigans, all the online stuff, brother, just don't do it anymore. You're going to be a Chelsea player. We are going to back you. I'm going to back you. And I hope you do well. And please tell your brother Roberto to keep away from all sorts of nonsense. That's all I ask for. Already we've had a setback with Levi Colwill. I really don't want any more setbacks from anyone else, especially from you, Garnacho. Please, I need a clean season, a good season, a hardworking season, a maturing season. That's all I ask for. Thank you so much, Garnacho. I'm sure that's happening. Manchester United have told Chelsea they'll have to pay 50 million to sign Garnacho. Now, if it's 50 million, no. Somewhere around 30 million, I think that's a deal. 50 million, we need to walk away. Garnacho is not 50 million worth. And I know they're saying Noni Madueke deal seen as a benchmark. Elsewhere, Newcastle could face competition for Spurs, for Jackson, if Richarlison leaves. So we're going to talk about that. Noni Madueke deal seen as a benchmark. I'm sorry. That benchmark was created by Arsenal, and I don't even think Madueke was worth that type of money. So look, I'm not basing it on some sort of false benchmark. Right now, some people might say, "Oh, this is a little bit, hypocritical." Like you said that Sesko's price was X and Jackson's price should, yeah, of course, Jackson's price should be same as Sesko. What has Sesko done in the Premier League? Jackson's actually got a portfolio in the Premier League. If Sesko is being tapped at that price, Jackson should definitely be that price. But this case is not the same. Madueke I feel like he's probably maybe similar to Garnacho. Both are good dribbling, but both are not that great when it comes to making decision-making up front. In fact, quite rubbish. So the benchmark for Noni Madueke at 52 million, that's Arsenal's fault. I mean, we're not gonna jump in on that. There's no way we're paying 50 million. If it's around 30 million, I'm pretty sure the deal gets done. There's no way we're paying 50 million. I know some people say, Miz, what do you care? It's not even your money. It's not about that. Everything has the value. You don't just pay overs. Everything needs to make sense. This will not make sense at 50 million. I'm telling you right now. If we end up paying, 55 million for Xavi Simons, you're telling me Garnacho is worth 50 million. Come on, man. Less of that. So let's see how much we pay. I think at 30 million, there's a price, market opportunity available. We talk about market opportunity. This ain't no market opportunity at 50 million for Garnacho. I'm telling you right now, we'll probably make a loss. 30 million? Yeah, maybe there's a market opportunity. Next up, breaking. I can tell you here today, Jackson will leave Chelsea this summer. It's been decided by both player and club. It's over. Coming from Fabrizio Romano. I just want to say to that Chelsea journalist, I think his name is Rahman Osman. He's been saying that, and look, big up to him. I'm not having a go at him, but he's been supporting Nicolas Jackson a lot and saying that now Nicolas Jackson doesn't want to leave. He wants to fight. He likes the competition. He wants to stick around and show his, talent and whatnot. Well, Fabrizio is saying otherwise. Fabrizio is saying this about Garnacho and Nicolas Jackson for the longest period of time. And now Fabrizio is laying the smackdown. He's not even saying, oh, he could leave. He is leaving. It's confirmed. Nicolas Jackson, ladies and gentlemen, will part ways with Chelsea this summer. Fabrizio Romano has confirmed that. Where's this news coming from? I'm pretty sure from Nicolas Jackson's agents, saying that, yep, Jackson's going to move on. We're looking at suitors. I know many of us in the fan base have said, Miz, but it's so good to have him as a third option. Of course it is. From a theoretical standpoint, of course, having Nicolas Jackson as a third option is fantastic. But Nicolas Jackson doesn't see himself as a third option player. Nicolas Jackson believes he's a starter. He's the first option. Nicolas Jackson truly believes he can lead the line for a football club. So be it. So everyone that's commenting, but Miz, what has Dilap done? Or what has João Pedro done? It doesn't matter. The story goes something like this. Chelsea have brought in Dilap and João Pedro, and Maresca seems to prefer them. And this is what I've said recently. Once the manager prefers particular players, Nicolas Jackson will need to make a decision. And he's made the decision that I'm not here to fight anymore. I'm not going to fight. I'm going to leave. And that's fine. Maybe he feels that by fighting, it's not going to go anywhere. He needs to move on and start a new chapter elsewhere. And that's fine. And over the last few months, I feel like the relationship between Nicolas Jackson, Chelsea, Maresca, and the fan base kind of soured a little bit. He's a good player. Don't get me wrong. I still rate him as a player. Distinct flaws. I still rate him as a player. I think he can do some, he can do bits for Newcastle. I know now Spurs are getting, involved. In fact, we'll have a look at this news. Breaking, Chelsea will start from 80 million valuation for Nicolas Jackson. Let's see the bids. Newcastle interest, Spurs interest if Richarlison leaves, plus interest from abroad as well. There was some news in regards to Bayern Munich, but I don't think Bayern Munich are going to pursue that. But yeah, Spurs, maybe. If Richarlison leaves, Jackson and Solanke, that's good competition. It's very good competition. But Newcastle, if you miss out on Nicolas Jackson as well, Newcastle, you got no hope. Newcastle, that's your man. Right now, there should be zero consideration. There should be zero scouting in the market to find that your best target is Nicolas Jackson, Newcastle. He really is. I still believe he's going to Newcastle. And 80 million? Yeah, let's work from there. Maybe there's a price around 70 million. I'm not even joking. 80 is probably stretching it, but we can start from there, sure. And then we can work ourselves down. And I think at 70 million, we'll find ourselves a deal. Nicolas Jackson's no numpty. It just happens to be that his chapter at Chelsea Football Club's over. We've seen enough, and I think we need better. And we're going in a different direction with Delap and João Pedro. And if there is a need for a third option, we've seen Pedro Neto play that last season. I'm sure Xavi Simons could potentially play as a false nine, and many other players as well. So yeah, Nicolas Jackson, ladies and gentlemen, will leave Chelsea Football Club. Not everything is always on Chelsea. You know, I'm pretty certain Chelsea are not desperate to let Jackson go, but Jackson himself is desperate to leave because he believes he is the #1 striker. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts about everything we spoke about, especially Levi Colwill. I'm devastated. Hopefully we find a solution. I don't like going into a new season with a bit of a setback, and then this is a setback. Smash up the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Until next time, take care. See ya. Bye.